So I'm really excited about this. This is our quintessential Texas whiskey. This is a smoked whiskey. So we have a 20-foot shipping container here on site where we still hand smoke about 800 pounds of barley malt for every mash with mesquite. So we really like being a Texas wood, a barbecue wood, to create that unique Texas character within this whiskey. The other thing unique about this whiskey is being a brewery as well, we were able to take a beer, so a porter beer, and turning it into a whiskey. So it's got a little bit of chocolate malt, a little bit of black patent. So when you get through this whiskey, think about some of the smoke, some of those chocolate characters that are gonna come out either in the aroma or in the taste and the finish as we do this. So this whiskey is 86 proof. It's a single malt, which means it's all barley based. But we're gonna go to our 4-step evaluation. So if you guys got the whiskey poured in your glass, let's get going. So the first thing is appearance. So go ahead and hold the whiskey up to the light, give it a look. Now this whiskey is aged in our used 36 Texas bourbon barrels, so it's going to pick up less color than the bourbon's going to pick up, so it should have this nice lighter hue to it, more kind of a straw character. You can swirl it around the sides of the glass, you'll see those legs come down the side, and so you can determine a proof of the whiskey by the width of those legs. Because this is 86 proof, the legs tend to be just a little bit wider on this whiskey. So we'll go to the second step, which is aroma. Now, a lot of times you don't want to put your nose right down in a whiskey because you can get that alcohol burn. So what we recommend that you do is put it under your nose and inhale through your mouth. So let's go ahead and try that now, and we'll see what you guys are smelling. All right, so if any of you guys are Islay Scotch fans out there, this isn't gonna be like a super peaty whiskey, like an Ardbeg, Laphroaig, Lagavulin. This is gonna have more of a really nice light smoke character. So you might pick up little hints of that smoke within the nose. The other thing you're gonna pick up is just a little bit of chocolate character that's gonna come through in there. Sometimes because it's a used bourbon barrel, you might pick up a little bit of sweetness as well, but think about all those aromas that I just mentioned and see if you guys can pick those out. So the third thing we're gonna do is our taste. Now we wanna take at least 2 sips of this whiskey. Now that's again because maybe you're out and you're drinking beer and you got hop oils on your tongue, or you're at a restaurant and you're eating different types of meat. And so that first sip isn't gonna be representative if we just take 1 sip and drink something or eat something and come right back to the whiskey again. So let's go ahead and take that first sip. Let's let it coat our palates and we'll see what you guys are tasting on it. All right, so immediately what you're gonna get, it's fairly smooth. Most malt whiskeys tend to be fairly smooth on the first sip. But think about how it's changing from the front of the palate all the way to the back of the palate. One of the unique things about smoked whiskeys is the smoke tends to really develop towards the back end of it. And if you give this thing about 12 to 15 seconds, as your mouth slowly dilutes the whiskey, it's gonna pick up more and more smoke character. That's why a lot of times if you like smoke, you can add a couple drops of water to a whiskey like this. It's gonna open it up. It's gonna bring out more smoke character if that's something that you like within it. You're also probably picking up a little bit of that chocolate that's in there, but it's kind of that mixture of chocolate and smoke, which is really unique, and it's changing from front to back. Now, we've had that first sip. Let's go ahead and take the second sip of this whiskey and see what different characters you might be getting out of it. So some of the differences on this one, maybe the smoke is a little bit more prevalent for you. Again, think about it, if you've had any really heavily peated scotches, this is not gonna be it. So it doesn't really have that lingering effect that peat does. But the smoke is just really nice and light, mixes well with some of the fruitiness of the whiskey, also with the chocolate malt that comes through there. This whiskey, we really love it. It's something we've been making since the beginning. It's our Texas Single Malt Rimfire whiskey at 86 proof.